to.
Thank you for having me in your class today. I really appreciate it since I know you're new here and it can be a little hard to ask for help sometimes.
Of course. Thank you for coming in. Well, I think things are generally going okay. I just sometimes feel like things are a little crazy.
What do you mean?
I feel like it's hard to find balance with these students. I see the close relationships they have with other teachers, and I want to have that with them too. I know it takes time, but I've been here for 3 months, and I still don't feel like I have a good relationship with them. They want to come in here and have fun, but I will hear what other teachers about struggles students are having and wondering why they aren't also telling me.
Okay, so what have you tried?
Well, I try to say hi to them when they come in. I read good feedback on their assignments. I've even gone to a couple of their games.
Well, it sounds like you're off to a good start. Students love having teachers that are actually interested in what they're interested in. I guess my first question is, while you're trying to get to know them, have you let them get to know you?
What do you mean?
So you're asking them questions about their hobbies and interests, but how have you communicated your hobbies and interests? Something I like to play is Four Corners or Human Bar Graph. And basically I will just ask them like random questions and they will get up and move to the side of the room that corresponds with it, and sometimes I'll get in there with them. It does add a little bit of competition to the room. One question that they really hate is, what would you rather have? Headphones where it's always a little bit too loud, or headphones where one side is slightly broken? They really hate that.
And so does that actually work? How often do you do that?
It totally works. I do it every once in a while. Start of class, end of class, you take it out the door, or you can even do it as an intro to the rest of your lesson. You start off with really silly questions and then gradually work your way up into more complex ones. Mental health check-ins are also really great. Some students are more willing to write down how they're feeling instead of telling you face to face. And once you get those back, you can read through them. And some kids, you can have them write down if they want a one-to-one conference with you, or if they're just writing it down and getting it off their chest. For some of them, it's enough to just have you know and then not talk about it again, but others might want to sit down with you if they think you're open to it.
Those are great suggestions. I think that they won't take up too much instructional or personal time. They don't really have a lot of either to spare.
Absolutely. So I'll send you an email, and in about a month we can meet up and see how these little tricks have helped you out and if you feel any closer. All right, everyone. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you for completing the surveys from last time. It really helped me a lot because it showed me that I don't think I correctly explained differentiated education correctly. It seems like a lot of you think that I'm telling you that for every student in every single class, you need an individualized education plan for each one, and that is not at all what I'm saying to you. Instead, try to group your students into strengths, needs, what they are already bringing to the class, and what they still need from you. So again, it is not 25 lesson plans. It is only like just chunking information together and giving various routes to the content.
Oh, good. That makes a lot more sense. I know some of us thought it was supposed to be 25, and that just seemed really overwhelming, especially when we have 5 preps each day.
Absolutely not. There has to be a balance between whole group instruction, small group instruction, and then any individual work that you need.
So we could have different stations of students. I'm thinking about students who have a ton of knowledge, some knowledge, and very little knowledge.
So that's exactly the right place to start. I think that sometimes we fall into a trap where we have these really high achieving students that we don't worry about anymore because they're going to get mastery on their tests and they're going to pass. And so we just kind of let them skate by. But in reality, if we're differentiating with this method, we're still challenging them. They're not bored and less likely to become behavior problems. I would just like to say that if anyone wants to come see this in action, my students and I do this about 2 times a week. So if you're wondering what it actually looks like, feel free to come on down, just shoot me an email. Anyone can come anytime. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for opening up your room to everyone. She's a great mentor, and if you don't feel comfortable asking me for any questions, I'm sure that she could give you tons of resources to help make this work in your room too.